I used to get lost in cartoons like a child, using it as a means of escape. No escape rope. You see, my crystal was a maze. Fantasy entertainment entertaining the entity in me, because I wasn't old enough for what reality shows. My reality showed that I was just a GMO product in an environment of pain. And every cartoon watched was an IV drip to my veins. There were no Pinky and the Brain dreams, no Ed and Eddie schemes. But picture the scene that I've seen. Broken homes broke down my outer core. My self-worth was shaggy. And I didn't care much for what Scooby-Doo, because I had to be scrappy in order to fight for scraps. You see, I was more in tune with my vulture than my culture, but, well, that's what happens when you scavenge for survival. So chasing my ambition to live was just like Tom and Jerry. But just like Tom, I always felt deflated. Defeated. Shit. This state of living should not be a state of living. But as a child growing up, I only ever saw what was in front of me. They told me that eyes were the windows to the soul. Well, look into my eyes back then and all you saw was TV static, next to a TV screen that made light beams, and took me to places where recess was more than just break time, more than just playtime. Does that make me a Looney Tune and a maniac for thinking that reality was false? That cartoons made sense? You see, I was so in tune to the tune of tunes that Cartoon Network to veil over my eyes. Depression swiped right and side swiped until my inner head shape stretched out. Hey Arnold. But I was still looking for that hey poet from anyone with a heartbeat. But you can't get that from the deceased, so I turned to DC, cause I couldn't bear to marvel at me. I'm boiling over. I couldn't find myself in the steam. Where's my self-esteem? Because I felt like Chucky from Rugrats. And that's not because I had rats in my rugs. You see, I was so low. When I was so low, those cartoons are appealing, feeding my inner demons with fruity thoughts when I'm sleeping. Bananas in pajamas, they're coming down them stairs. Bananas in pajamas. Reality, I'm really scared, and I don't know how to break out. I took breaks in other people's home because I couldn't stand the breakage of my own home. I'm using my oven as more than just cooking. It was my central heating. You see, I wasn't a vegan by choice. It's because I couldn't afford cow and chicken. I had to scrape for scraps and blink back every tear when I was in a tailspin. So Groove Verse, let me ask you a question. What do you know if you can't control? If you ever decided to talk to me back then, I'd reciprocate that with anger. Batman, Flintstones like pebbles, I will bedrock man's head till I bam bam. Pressure press my points like pressure points. You see, that release was out of reach. I wanted to reverse the grudge and crawl back into the TV screen because that darkness was overwhelming. Because my freedom scattered like sesame seeds, whereas Sesame Street with Elmo was feeling more like Elm Street with Freddy, so closing my eyes wasn't an option. No more sinking into the sofa. Get out. It's not obscure for you to be a captain. Plan it and know that you have that ring of love all along instead of all alone, because those cartoons don't need you. They never watched you in the first place. Was it worth that square vision that tried to pop eyes? Boy, you don't even like spinach. But just know that the TV's finished. Because you don't have to watch cartoons the same way people see reality shows. Who gives a fuck what your reality showed? You got more options than problems. Change the narrative. Be the narrator and not the character, because once they stop drawing the characters, there'll be no more cartoons. But you'll still be there. And that's what your reality shows. Thank you. Hey, you lot are a whole vibe. I swear to God, you lot are a whole vibe. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's nice. That's nice.